my grandmother straight away said, what do you do outside? What happened? Who do you read for? I say, no, I just wait for friends. I never do anything like normal day. My grandma said, no, something is wrong. Like you're very dirty, you're very lasak. So I went to go and sleep. I shared a room with a family member, and around 2:30, around that time, number one, my family member got 鬼压床. All I hear was the I think she was trying to tell me something, but she cannot speak. And then the room get very cold. I never see anything, but all I know is that my grandmother from the other room was walking in, and she was shouting and cursing and swearing at something that's on top of my family member.
Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Yapper show. My name is Billy.
And I'm Jing Yi, and joining us today we have Grace.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace. I'm the founder of Nahasa Ascension. I have my own spiritual practice, so I'm a tarot reader, numerologist. I focus on past life regression, shadow work, trauma healing, house cleansing, and a lot of energy work that I do. So, hello!
Wow, very chim.
It's a mouthful.
For today's episode specifically, we are going to be yapping about tarot reading. Okay, so for those who don't know, right, what actually is tarot reading?
So tarot reading is using a set of cards, 78 cards, to sort of describe or figure out what's going to happen in your life currently, and also the probability of how it's going to happen in the future. So each card, 78, have a very detailed depiction of different areas and different periods of your life. So using that to help you to make certain decisions or to help to find other areas of how to solve a situation in your life, tarot is a very good reflection tool for that.
So all 78 cards are different.
Yes, all different.
Then you have to pick one card, that kind.
So it depends on the reader. So you can, some readers say pick 3, pick 4, pick 5. It really depends on also how complex your question is also.
So how did you get into tarot reading?
I think I grew up a little bit with like a Harry Potter childhood. So my grandmother, matriarchal families, my grandmother and my mom and 2 sisters, they're all very highly like spiritual and religious. So, you know, you grew up with like, if you open up the cabinet in your grandmother's house, you will see like jars of like snake lah, scorpions and things like, you know, soak inside the jar, that kind of thing.
Yeah. What was your grandma practicing there?
My grandma is Indonesian Chinese from Sarawak. So when she comes over, she also brought like her practice and her rituals, her culture over also when she married my grandfather.
Oh, you're in Hawkswood, bro. That's... What's going on here?
I got my first deck from my mom, my first tarot deck when I was 12. But I was going through a lot of things at my time. So I had like depression, I was bullied very badly in school and stuff like that. But I didn't touch it all the way until I was like 14, 15 years old. I was so sick and tired of like, why I keep getting bullied lah, why am I always going through depression and kind of shit. So I said, okay, I'm going to figure out. So I used the deck. But at that time, right, not like now got so many information. Just Google online, right, I can tell you. Last time I only got one small white colour book only. And then I had to like flip to figure out what the hell is going on, like which card is which card. So I had to figure out on my own lah. So I spent that 1 year just really studying that particular tool, and then from 15 years old onwards, I began to read for like family and friends and stuff like that. It wasn't like a business, it was more like a side hobby thing because it was interesting for me at the time.
The rest of your family, are they practicing as well?
My mom now is practicing because she's semi-retired, so she's practicing now. But for my other family members, not really, because I think it's like, no, last time at that time, it doesn't make sense to use this and earn money. You have to go and work. It's not so open, not like now where this is much more out in the open. You can actually earn a living from this. So yeah, my mom is practicing now. She's doing a lot of like healing work for people. But other than that, no.
So it's just you lah in the family?
Yes, it's just me actually in the family.
So do you get any judgments or not?
So funny thing about this is that my mom and my grandmother's side are more they're spiritual and religious, so it's both. So they're more Buddhism, Taoist side. My dad's side is Christian, Catholic.
Oh, you're like in the middle eh.
Yeah, I'm like rojak of both.
Well, you got both spells eh.
Yeah, you know, I pray but I also hold the joystick also, you know. My mom's side, they're all very supportive and they're all very good with this because it's like their way of life. My dad's side, it's not that they're not supportive, but they're more realistic because I worked corporate for 10 years before I came out to do this, like, officially for a business. So for them, it's like, oh, why do you waste? Like, you know, you got a good job, you have 10 years of experience, you earn well, why you start from scratch? Then irregular income, you know, you have to go and hustle this, hustle that. Like, why go and go and find so much things to do, that kind of thing. Yeah, so it's not like not supportive, just that they just question like why, you know, what is the motive behind it, yeah.
So what was your motive?
Calling, it's a very funny thing, okay? So when I was 21, my mom brought me to an Ajahn, Thai shaman or Thai priest, okay, Ajahn. So the Ajahn did my fortune telling, and the Ajahn said that, oh, you know, after 10 years, when you're like 30 or 31, you will do this family trait, which is like spirituality. And I said, cannot one, because I really love what I do, my corporate job. I love what I do. I say I don't believe.
What were you doing last time?
I was doing branding, so I was doing visual merchandising. Okay, so I did for brands. I love what I do, fashion and everything. So just nice when I was 30 years old, COVID happened. I was not based in Singapore, I was overseas. I had to go home. When I went home, I cannot find a single job. Like I went for interviews, I got into a third round, cannot. Like all of a sudden, it would just fall through with no particular like good reason of why they would not hire me. Then my mom was like, "Can I see? You have to go and do this really. Like it's like a 命中注定的." Then I'm like, "Oh my god, no!" I didn't want to because I was like, "What do I know about business? I'm a corporate worker for 10 years. I know what to do, when to do, and how to do it when someone tell me to, not me doing my own business, right?" So it was very daunting at the time, but really cannot. For that 1 year, I really struggled with like, there's no job.
Oh, Guan Yin Ma and Jesus telling you.
Yeah, man. I went to go and buy Guan Yin Ma also. Then when right, oh no. Then I'm like, oh, 天哪.
Oh, Jesus tell you under the Bo Pian Act, you have to be a terror reader.
Yes.
And so, how long have you been a terror reader then?
Official business 2020, but officially reading for people, experience-wise, is from 15 onwards.
So all the time while you were in your corporate job, you were also still doing readings on the side?
Yes.
Wow.
It was like a hobby / like side hustle at that time. I was enjoying, and it's like donation based, so I didn't charge, just pay me what you wish, or like treat me to a meal or whatever, because it's just more like for friends and family, and then like colleague recommends people to do readings for. So it's not really like a business. You never thought about it at that.
So talk us through, how did your business get started up?
Okay, so when I was finding my own path for that 1 year, I had a lot of requests from readings from friends and colleagues and ex-colleagues or whatever, because they also lost. We all retrenched together, right? We all let go together. So in the midst of finding out what my passion and what my calling is, right, I sort of help them to find out what they're supposed to do, and also help myself to realize that, oh, actually I should do this for a business. I should do this now. Because as much as finding a pathway for them, I also find a pathway for myself. I was like, okay, we go into this really. So set up Accra lah, do this lah, create accounts lah, and start doing business and everything. So you take it as a legit business already. Like, don't my tool already lah. You don't have to earn money, right? I have to do something, right? But the good thing is that, I mean, it's a passion, it's a calling, it's something that I've done for a very long time. So it's not like a foreign thing. It's only the business side of it that was foreign to me.
What was your first reading like?
Okay, like any first job, you get nervous, you scared you say wrong things, you scared you bui zun. For tarot reading, number one is the accuracy, right? So you're scared that you say something, the person will say, no leh, then you panic, you sweat. Because you're like, oh no, did I have it wrongly? My blind, like something wrongly. So that was the first thing. You were also afraid that you know the meaning of the cards and you know how to interpret this, but you don't know how to verbalize it out. Yeah, so that's a problem. I think a lot of, like, when I always tell my students, like, it's okay, man. It's okay. You'll be nervous and you will sweat for a while. Your armpit will wet. It's okay. Just tahan. After a while, when you practice more, you're okay. You die already. But you just have to get through that phase of just doubting your intuition. Doubting whether am I saying the right thing or not.
So your students,
Yeah. So I teach tarot. I teach numerology.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
So what is the craziest or the most memorable reading you ever did?
Okay, so the most memorable reading that I did was when I was 18 years old, and I did it for a poly friend. Saw that I was using tarot cards. Then he was like, "Hey, you read tarot cards?" So I said yes. So
Also,
because he also dabbled also. So what happened was, a few months later, he was very, very sick. He looks very sickly. Like dark eye bags and everything. So I said, what's going on with you? How come you're suddenly your energy changed until like this? And he said, I don't know where I've been having very bad sleep. So I said, okay, let's do a reading to figure out. So what we figured out during the reading was, when he was sleeping, he actually astral project or astral travel, meaning that the soul leave the body lah to
When
go
he's
to another.
sleeping.
When he's sleeping, it's a subconscious thing.
oh, fun, yeah.
And but he brought something back with him.
Oh, what?
So he brought like a lower entity. So at the time, I was very young and I never really think much about it. But I know when I was doing the reading, I can hear something speaking to me in a very malicious, like, intention kind of way. The tone of voice was not very good and everything. So I just told him what to do, how to cleanse, and how to sort of like stop doing this or get rid of that particular entity. So when I went home at that night, my grandmother straight away said, what do you do outside? What happened? Who do you read for? I say, no, I just read for friends. I never do anything like normal day. My grandma said, no, something is wrong. Like, you're very dirty, you're very lasak. My grandma, okay, you go and bathe. So you use the pomelo leaf lah, 柚子叶 and bathe and everything, charcoal, scrub and everything. Her way of cleansing. So I went to go and sleep. I shared a room with a family member, and around 2:30, around that time, number one, my family member got 鬼压床, so got sleep paralysis, cannot move. All I hear was the I think she was trying to tell me something, but she cannot speak. And then the room get very cold. And then last time, grandparents' house, right, no aircon, don't believe in aircon, so only got fan. But I woke up because I felt like, how come it's so cold? Like, got air condition kind of vibe. I never see anything, but all I know is that my grandmother from the other room was walking in, and she was shouting and cursing and swearing at something that's on top of my family member. And yeah, so she was like cursing and swearing and like saying me to zao or whatever. And then she was doing a lot. Like, my grandmother brought like her bells and stuff like that, her own rituals of cleansing the house.
So you were sleeping over there?
I was sleeping beside her only, on the same bed. We share like my cousin lah. We share the same, because we spend over weekends over our grandparents' house, right?
So your cousin kena
From you, eh?
And then your grandmother had to come inside and then.
Yeah. I'm very sorry to my cousins. I just like 鬼压床. So that was 18 years old. But after that, no other stories because sister here know how to protect already. Because before that, my grandmother felt that it was just a hobby, like it wasn't anything serious. But then she realized that I was actually doing this for a lot more people than she expected. So she began to teach me a lot of things of like grounding, approaching the deck, how to take care and everything. So then after then you sort of like know what you need to do really prior to doing a reading and stuff like that.
So how do you actually stay grounded, right, while working spiritually?
So aside from like the usual cleansing, meditation, and grounding techniques that you do as a practitioner, I travel a lot. So I travel, I leave the country, I go for retreats. So either my own retreat or like I attend like other spiritual retreats to ground. But I think the most important thing is like the support system that I have at home, like my partner, my parents, my friends. The people that just keep me very grounded and anchor me down. So I think that is one thing also, because people who enjoy and like they like to see you thrive, they support you in what you're doing. I think it's very important, especially if you're doing this line. If everybody around you don't believe what you're doing, if everything you're crazy, if your partner itself is a very big skeptic and feel that you're crazy talking about things, it's very hard for you to believe in yourself and do what you do also, because no one else have faith in what you're doing. So I think it's important.
So you travel around different countries to do tarot reading for them also? Or?
No, so I work remotely because I don't have a physical store, so I'm not bound here. So I work remotely. But at the same time, I will go and visit different like spiritual places, temple, worship place, just to see, and also like to, in a way, if there is a particular master there, I'll go and like find the person, talk, get a reading or get a service done just to see, because there's different type of spiritual modalities. Like tarot is one thing, numerology is one thing. You got 八字 feng shui, you got your astrology, you got your 紫微斗数. There's a lot of different modalities, so it's also interesting to go and see what is interesting there.
What do you think people get wrong about tarot the most?
The most common one is that you're talking to Satan if you use the deck. You're talking to the devil. So actually it's yes and no. So no, you're not talking to the devil. Like 没有这样有空跟你讲话也是啦, okay?
Who are you, Lucifer talk to you?
Yeah, you get what I mean? So, and yes, it's because you, like anything in life, right? If you don't have particular training or at least proper foundation to approach something, there's a high chance of you f***ing up. So when it comes into any kind of like spiritual tool, if you don't really understand what you're going into or the foundation of how to cleanse or protect yourself, there's a high chance where you bring things in. So yeah, that's the main misconception that 一定是跟一个 negative or a bad entity having a conversation. No, it's not that. Because you're talking to your higher self, you're talking to your grandma who passed away, if you're talking to a house spirit that stays in your house. It doesn't always have to be bad, but just that the chance of it going bad is higher.
Is it everyone also can do one? Or...
Yes, because everybody have intuition. Everybody got gut feeling. Just that some is more, it's the same thing like going to the gym. If you go to the gym very often, you know how to isolate your muscle. Same thing with people who have intuition. If you train it more often, you know how to activate it. Now, in front of everyone, all of us, it's maybe more dormant because you don't use it on a daily basis. But for us, in our practice, we use it almost every single day because that's how we do our sessions for our clients. So it becomes our main muscle. Yeah.
So how do you train? It's just practice.
Yeah, so number one is if you reading a lot of books help also about tarot and the history and how to properly read. Second thing also is to find a mentor that can teach you and guide you. So the mentor can teach you of their own ways to practice it also. But a lot of it is really practice. To get good at something is practice.
It sounds very fun. Really, the more I hear, the more it's like wow. Before this, I don't even know about tarot. I only know like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, Pokemon cards that they throw the card and the card go and fight.
Now wow, you can communicate.
But believe for you yourself, do you believe in tarot reading?
Yeah, see that's the thing. I feel that tarot reading or maybe any fortune telling or whatever, right? I feel like it's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like when I go and read the horoscope, then I see, oh, this is what I am. Then I feel like I somehow morph myself into what they're telling me to do, like a guide. Yeah. But if I never read this, right, maybe I am not like that. I like half believe.
Yeah, so actually tarot it's one thing. So people will say, oh, can you use tarot for like life decisions, right? To make life decisions. Yes and no. For example, like if you say, oh, can I use the tarot to figure out which company is better for me? Which company I will thrive better? Tarot is good for that because it will show you probability. So you decide for yourself. Tarot is based on free will. You decide for yourself because you are the one that is doing it. But tarot shows you the different ways and pathways, different options that you can choose from. But if you say, should I go for my eye operation today? Then obviously ask the doctor. Like, doctor will tell you better whether your eye operation can go today or tomorrow. You know that kind of thing. So don't ask about health or anything that is like you need scientific. Like I balance both, in spirituality but also scientific like common sense.
Yeah lah, I mean cannot
You need to have both together lah. I used to have clients that would ask me, oh, can you help me read now whether this antibiotic is working? Then I said, you don't know, man. You eat, you don't feel anything from your body, man.
Tell the doctor no job really, yeah.
It's doctor again, it's doctor again. Maybe it's not don't work for you because you're asking me clearly doesn't work.
So you would say tarot reading is more predictive or reflective?
Reflective. For example, like you come to me, right? And then maybe for you, internally, you're already very nervous and you're very scared and you always feel like, okay, this option cannot one. Okay, you have two options, but you always have this bias, this option cannot. So I do readings, right? The reading also reflect that this option actually can, but you're scared. It will tell you what you already know, not what you don't know actually. But at the same time, people like to have reliable confirmation from a stranger. Same thing, right? Like if our parents tell us, you'll be like, I don't listen. Then our friends say, wow, yeah, correct, true. Then you don't listen to what your parents say. So same thing with tarot is that I'm showing you what you actually already know, but I'm giving you a more concrete plan or action. And then you decide which one actually fits to your character most, which one applies to you better.
Okay, so is there a particular kind of reading that you love to do?
I love to do self-reflection reading. So in a sense where a client will come to me and say, oh, how can I become better? How can I not do this anymore? If I keep falling for the same type of guy or girl that is not emotionally available, how can I change? I love that kind of reading because you are the main catalyst of your life. Right? If you don't change, anything around you also doesn't really matter. Really, you have to be the one that is changing. Then you affect your environment. So I love that kind of reading because it helps the client to really grow. That kind of reading really contributes to that growth process of that person.
So it's like a life coach,
Yeah, something like that. Just that I got my telephone line is with, my cards is my telephone line.
Okay, then what are the kind of readings that you hate?
Okay, I won't say hate lah. Hate is a very strong word lah. I don't hate doing love readings, but I feel that the people are not well versed enough to understand how to approach the tarot in terms of phrasing their questions. So for love life, right, the most common question that we get is like, does he love me? Does he think about me? Does she want to be with me? Can she come back to me? It's a lot of like would, can, should. Like, it's a lot of yes and no question. So I always tell my client, so what if this person thinks about you? So what if he misses you? But he never do shit to go and find you and talk to you and try to build the connection again. Nothing what. This is just thinking only ma. That doesn't mean much ma. So how the she phrase is whether is this person's love good for me? Like will this person's love add value to me also? Whether this person's present in their life, is it a good combination for me to help my overall growth and my overall like development in life? It's more about that because love is the initial part, right? But then the companionship and the coexisting together is a long-term thing. So what if he loves you? If he loves you but he controls you, cannot go out anywhere, must do this, must do that, you also will get very sick and tired of that one. Then that love becomes a toxic love ma.
So if two people tak match, right, then they shouldn't be together?
I will not say no because in my line of work we see a lot of people tak match, right, but nasi want to match. But you can see also if both parties love each other a lot and want to have a common goal, there is also a strength where they will outgrow their energy also. They become more mature, they will change for the betterment of the relationship. So yeah, that can happen. But again, in this day and age, how much energy and time do you have to invest and work? Even though I'm spiritual, but I'm also a very practical person also. I also feel that life is up to you to make up. It's still your free will. You still can decide whether you want or don't want. So a lot of it is really in your hands. It's really how you want to live your life.
Yeah lah. So if two person really tak match, even if all the tarot say that these two is impossible to be together, but they can still Romeo and Juliet and be together one, right?
But Romeo and Juliet, the person die. Wrong love story, bro.
Titanic. Titanic also died.
Titanic also die.
Yeah lah. So technically it's just like a guide lah. It's that you want to be together with him or not, it's up to you. But he's no good for you.
Yes. Or if you go with him, you have to go through blah 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 blah. Are you okay with it? Then if you say okay, then that's why I say I'm not predictive. I don't predict. I tell you what you need to know now, and I give you double confirmation. So sometimes they come to you and say, I know this guy is bad for me, but is it really bad for me? Because all my friends tell me, I don't be biased, so I want to go to a neutral person with me. So I will say, okay, yeah, maybe this person is bad for you because blah blah blah, a lot of things. Then they will get a confirmation. But again, the heart wants what it wants. I always tell my clients, I will say so much to you, right? But you will still go with the person. I know, because at the same time, when you are born here, there's a lesson that you learn really. Your lesson could be about relationship. That's why you have to keep going through a bit of a tough time in relationship for you to find yourself. So maybe I'm just a guide here, just to help you and hold space for you, but not telling you what you can and cannot, because that's not my position, that's not my right.
Okay lah, actually that's true. That's true for all of us also lah. We tell all our friends the right thing to do. They also like, but I love her leh, even though she slapped me every day. I mean, if as a friend you tell him also doesn't work. As a tarot reader, you tell him also like sometimes If they don't want to listen, means they die don't want to listen, right?
Yeah.
But have you ever had like a client that repeatedly come back to you, keep asking the same thing?
Last time, so now no, but last time I do have that. And then it comes to a point where I have to reject clients also.
Come until you sian bro.
No, but because it's like, in this line, it's a balance between you want to earn money, but you also have your own ethics and your own morals, right? Same thing, like if I'm a doctor, right, and I cannot heal you, then 不要再找我了嘛, because it's useless, 你都浪费钱了. So same thing with that is that if I cannot help you and I know for a fact that whatever I say is considered 一边进一边出, then there's no point coming back to find me, you see. Maybe I'm a cheaper therapist lah, because my rate is not so high as the normal therapist, right? 1 hour. But 不要这样啦，不要这样对我，我还是要做工的。
But they never go and find like second opinions from others.
I actually do encourage my clients to go and look and engage other readers also.
Do you have a lot of tarot reading friends?
Well, I won't say a lot, but I do have close friends who are also in the same line as me, yes. Yes. Because I don't read for myself.
So you all got like recommend each other and say like, hey, 我做不到啦, you go to this person. Like I recommend you Mr. Lim that kind.
Yeah, sometimes. I even have contacts of people who are also in the scientific part, so like psychotherapists, counselors and everything. So if I have a client that is very, very, very depressed, and I realize that okay, you cannot go to spiritual side already.
You need help.
You need science. Then I would
You need
recommend
a literal therapist.
Yeah, I'll recommend to a therapist or a coach, or I have contacts for friends who are there also. Because it's a balance between both. Yeah.
Has there ever been a time when someone called you a fake?
Oh, okay. So yes, there was it happened recently only, I think in January or December. As you guys know, I mean, I'm quite active on TikTok. So I have a lot of weekly readings and I post weekly readings. But weekly readings, like what you read in the horoscope, it's a generic thing. It's for the collective. Like all Geminis, all Libras and everything. So this person who happened to be a 4 under Gemini said, hey, how come you say that last week Gemini, next week Gemini will earn this, earn that, right? But I went through the past week, never earned anything, You are a scam. And then I'm like, but this is not a personalized reading at all. This is a generic thing. My niece also Gemini 5-year-old. You think she got money, man? Like, it's different, right? You get what I mean? It's not that to you. So he began to like pretend to be a friend. He began to call me at God knows what time hour, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., call me, ask me to answer the phone, and then say, oh, my friend said that you were not accurate, but I think you're accurate. Can you give me a reading so that I can prove that you're accurate so that I will pay you money? But he pretend to be his friend.
Wait, how did you know?
Person. I know lah, I went to go and check. So like,
With your dating again?
Yeah. And then after that, I got a Telegram channel, right? So he went into Telegram channel and began to say, oh my God, don't trust her. She's a fake, she's a scam. And my Telegram channel, shout out to my Telegram people, I love you so much. Scold him, everything until left, right, center, he zao. He left the chat also.
So basically he blaming you because he never earned money.
He never like, what we say for Gemini as a collective didn't come true, so he very angry.
Oh my God, that's crazy
Well, means he think what the entire world, all the Gemini were quite
Yeah. So I think that is in his perspective. Because when we do readings, we always say that it's a general reading, take it how it resonates with you. You know, take it how it fits in your life. It's a collective reading, right? It's not a personalized reading at all. So yes.
Okay, so how do you tell between a good reader and a bad reader?
Okay, so this is my own judgment lah. Okay, in my own opinion, because a client that comes to you, the client is already very vulnerable already. They will tell you things that they don't even tell their spouse or even their best friend. They will tell you because they need help, right? As a reader, this is a privilege to be able to access this vulnerability from someone. So you really focus on helping that person and not be judgmental and not like say, oh my God, you do something, then you're not supposed to criticize the person. You're supposed to help the person to find a solution. But that, or I would say not a very good reader, would then leverage on that fear. Oh, this thing happened now. Wow, so you must do fear mongering lah. To get more money to upsell more things. Oh no, if you really want to fix this, you must do this, you must do that. But as a good reader, it's like, I just want to focus on you. I want to help you to finish this and get this done. You know, so it's a different approach, I would say. Yeah, that's why in this line, if at what I mentioned again, you have to balance earning money, paying, take care of yourself because you got bills to pay also. But at the same time, doing what you love and make sure that you don't cross the line. That's why even though clients come to me, I will reject also because I cannot help you. I want to earn money, but I don't want to earn in this manner. I need to be able to help you, ma. Because you give me money, I have to give you something of value back, right? If I'm not giving you anything value back, the karma is real,
Of course.
Especially in this line, you know karma is real, right? So don't play with it, lah.
So do you happen to know any like bad or fake tarot readers in Singapore?
Not personally, but what I experienced from clients who have bad experience will kind of tell me. So a particular client of mine, she went to a reader in China and asked to do readings lah. But every single time after the reading is done, right, the reader will tell her, oh, you must do rituals, you must do this, you must do this to go and 斩断 your partner's 桃花运 lah. You must go and 斩断 his side, so he can only see you, he cannot see anybody else. So she paid end up like thousands and thousands of dollars on this, not even together yet. They're not even together.
Oh my
In
god.
the end, they never got together. So
And you spend thousands for what?
yeah. If got something still okay, I would say at least you got together with this person. But never together, never once were together before.
So do you think tarot reading is seen as like a taboo thing in Singapore, or do you think we're getting more open to the idea of it?
I think we're getting more open to it.
I'm getting more open.
Yeah. open already, kind.
I was like, oh, really?
Even for me also, like, I'm getting more students also who want to learn, right? Who wants to experience this. And majority will do for themselves first, not really for business, but for themselves. I want to know about myself, why I do this, why I do that. So we see it being widely received. But of course, like anything in life, like any kind of option, any kind of object, there's always going to be yes and no to things. Like, people say Western medicine better, Eastern medicine better, that kind of thing. So people say, oh, tarot not good, 八字 more accurate. 八字 not good, 紫微斗数 more accurate. So it's different stroke for different folks, like what you are just drawn to. But yes, it is definitely very, very widely accepted now, I would say.
Should we put our 100% faith in it? Like,
Okay, I'm
coming first hand now.
very practical, okay? Because as humans also, we have human error. I am not God, no. When I'm doing a reading, I always tell my clients, the reading is 80 to 90% accurate. The remaining 10% I cannot see one. Because sometimes the things are not meant for me to see also. Because you have to go through what you have to go through to learn your lesson or to go through to become something else. Right? I can't tell you everything, man. It's no fun, lah. Life is a mystery, right? Cannot know everything, right? Cannot picture lobang everything. So I always say that ultimately is use your brain. Everything in life, use your brain to think. Whether is this for you? Does it make sense? Can you accept it? I'm just doing my job to make sure that I tell you what I'm supposed to tell you from what the cards is saying. How you receive it and how you understand and apply to your life, that is your responsibility already.
Okay, so now Grace will do a mini reading for me and Billy.
Yes, you guys will put.
Yes, I am.
Yes. This card is from 15 years old, my first deck.
Wow.
The deck my mother bought for me, yes. Okay, you want to shuffle and take your own cards?
Okay.
We can shuffle. You shuffle, then what's your question first?
In the next year, will I be switching my career paths or literally out of this company?
Okay. Can. So this one is switching career, right? And then this one is career path, right? You will actually, okay, you have a lot of ideas. Okay, so bottom of the deck can also read the overall energy or what is going to transpire later on also. Hidden and more information that comes out can be from the bottom of the deck. Okay, that's why I pull from the bottom of the deck. So looking at the cards here, right, the craving, the need for you to go and fight something for yourself and be known for something and to be recognized for something is very strong. The calling of you to go back and sort of like be your own boss and manage your own time and have your own freedom is still a very strong thing here. Where you are right now, this card, it's not giving you what you need also. It's not giving you the exposure or like it's the company direction or where you are right now, it may not be very in the line. Okay, so this might not happen now, this could happen in the future. So now it could be like, okay, yeah, no problem, everything is fine. But in the future, of course, as you grow older, wiser and more experienced, you are hungry for more things, you want more things, right? You don't know what you don't know now, but later in the future, you probably will know. Then you want to you strive for more things. But you will also get into a conflict in a sense where not physical conflict, but mental conflict, like, because you like what you have built so far. And then to leave and to build something again differently, it's like, oh, should I like restart everything again or do I want to in the first place? So there's also going to be a period of a delay period here. But ultimately, you will 跑吧孩子, you will go by yourself. You will go and 自己闯. It will still be in the similar industry, but your function will change.
The moment she opened the first card, she see one person crying over here. Like, is this me?
Yeah, 9 of Swords is anxious, anxiety, feeling stressed, got burdens on your back, that kind of thing. But then these cards here are all very freeing because this is the most abundant card of the deck. Most hot card of the deck.
Most hot, okay,
But the hotness is not here. The hotness is 你要离家出走. You must leave your comfort zone. Then the hot will come because you start something new and then rapidly you will see a lot of movement coming in already. Okay, let's move on to relationship. That one I want to know. Come.
How will my love life look like in a year?
Take 3 cards, please. Left hand.
Hi.
Why you sigh before you...
Sigh.
She really knows it's
Wow,
going to be that.
that doesn't look great.
Oh my god.
It's like what, 10 swords eh? Oh, 10 swords.
How many swords you want to gonna stab, bro? You are really dead.
Look at her face eh, guys. I cannot.
Okay, so not.
Bro, she's stuttering, bro. She's like, not. Yakub.
So what happens is in the next 1 year, you will probably not be dealing with the same person anymore.
RIP to
I'm
whoever
saying in a very
lah.
professional way.
Wonder,
we will not be
wonder.
dealing with this person anymore. The reason why with the moon card here represents differences in the way you show up in life. You could be, maybe right now there are common things and you still resonate with each other. As time goes by, there could be things that you want and the person has someone outgrown you or just doesn't really share that, not on the same page anymore. So the moon card represents like this connection becomes very fuzzy. Like in the end, like where are we going? What's going to happen? And also it's an ending to a situation, which will be a very conflicting ending at the time because maybe you don't want to leave, but you felt like it's also a good thing that you have to go because you guys cannot match anymore, right? Again, it's the head and the heart matter lah, right? The Three of Swords is where to really acknowledge that, okay, cannot already lah, have to go. And that's where, because Three of Swords represents actually breakup, separation.
Nice. Best.
You are cooked. You are cooked, bro.
Sorry, bye-bye.
So it represents that lah, okay, for the next 1 year. I don't know why we are laughing. It's a coping mechanism, eh? But yes.
Sis, you have 13 swords, eh. 13 swords in total stabbing you, eh.
Yeah, man. Two of Swords again.
Oh, swords again.
Yeah, you will come to a stalemate lah. I would say that you and him also try to work things out, like work to try to figure out where this can be. But after that, like, it's 越做越 blur, like.
越做越实啊.
Yeah, no, you.
Wow.
So you tried lah, but yeah, it's not for the lack of trying, that's what we will say. And when you leave also, you're sort of like, okay lah, it's time to go also.
So lastly, any advice for people that want to be tarot readers in the future?
Number one is to get a good mentor. So call me. I teach also. Hi. But at the same time, approach it with an open mind. Train, practice, do a lot of reading. You need to be very curious about it. Learn to read for yourself first, for at least the first 1 year, I would say. And then learn to read for others. But yeah, you know, have fun. Just have fun with it, like anything else that you love. Have fun.
And that's it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you Grace for joining us in our Yapper show. Do comment down below what other topics you want us to yap about and who you want us to invite back into our Yapper show.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye!
Bye!